iconic Steely Dan song, Asia. But did you know the lyrics in their songs are as good as their song structures? Consider this line: double helix in the sky tonight, throw out the hardware, let's do it right. If my old friend Charles Brown is listening, he'll remember a conversation with a cube mate somewhere around 1986, when I stupidly said lyrics and rock and roll don't matter. Joe hit me over the head with that line, double helix in the sky tonight, throw out the hardware, let's do it right. And it changed my perspective significantly. Think about that line. It means make love naturally, make another human being. Really deep, buried inside a great song. Here's another classic from our Jersey friend, The Boss. Inside his 1984 song, The River, is a line, is a dream a lie if it don't come true, or is it something worse? A little more direct than the Dan lyrics, but still profound. But what probably symbolizes the problem with rock lyrics more than any other is a beautiful and popular song from one of my favorite bands, Chicago, Call on Me. Beautiful intro, beautiful song, great horn parts, but it contains the unfortunate lyrics, I love you, you love me too, I know you do. Ooh, ooh, ooh. That's probably more of the problem with rock lyrics than anything else. A lot of them are throwaways. So I'm going to leverage the SiriuxXM Top 1000 Classic Rock Songs of all time. I won't do what I've always done with lists like this, tear them apart, count up the numbers of Beatles versus Stones songs versus Springsteen songs, argue endlessly about why Sweet Home About Alabama is so high and why Comfortably Numb is so low. I'm just going to pick 12 of these songs out at random, play them off the top of my head, and highlight some of the lyrics, good and bad. Oh, and let me explain a little bit about the technology we'll be employing here. So, up on your screen, you're going to see a little AI app that's going to help me through this. Say hello. All right, don't get cocky. You're familiar with Shazam? Well, this is a little more sophisticated than that. It'll pop up the song, the number of its position on the list, and the artist who did it, and it'll keep me honest as we go along. David Crosby wrote this song the night that Bobby Kennedy was assassinated. He wanted to do it right away, while his emotions were still raw. It meant that much to him, and it was so disturbing. But candidly, it's been a long time coming. Every time I hear that, all I can think is, no one's ever accused me of that. Sings about love and the pain that it causes. But the best line in the song is, armed and ready, you fought love battles in the night, but too many opponents made you weary of the fight. Is she referencing too many other girls on the other side? Is she referencing too many men who've hurt her? Timely. Steely Dan's Black Friday is about their first breakup, about their no touring, locked in the studio existence, similar to the prison we find ourselves in now. So if the Dan can be creative, locked away, so can we. used to love this band. Jefferson Airplane were hip, creative, everything musicians wanted to be. And Jefferson Starship was a bunch of sellouts. And Find Your Way Back to Her Heart, pretty indicative of that. Sounds like something Paul Kantner would be saying to Grace Slick's cardiologist if he were alive. You may find yourself living in a shotgun shack. Everybody knows the iconic Talking Heads. The song Once in a Lifetime really is something that captured the 70s in a big way. Letting the days go by. People who are oblivious to what life is. The best line in this song, no question. My God, what have I done? The fact that John had so many great songs, but Taupin had read all the lyrics is kind of indicative of what we're exploring here today. Don't Let the Sun Go Down on Me is about losing your personality. Best line of this song, I believe, is Frozen Here on the Ladder of My Life. It's about him not being himself and that really causing the sun to go down and him ceasing to exist. Oh, I'm glad it pulled up a second Elton John song. Daniel's it's a true story. It's about a Vietnam vet who came home to the United States after the war and was disillusioned by what he found in the country. And he fled to Spain. And honestly, I always thought this was some brother story about Elton trying to slowly come out of the closet. But it was Bernie Taupin writing about a Vietnam vet. I'll admit it, Styx is a guilty pleasure. They were a prog rock band who were pompous and pretentious, didn't quite get to the level of Yes or some other really better groups who competed in this space. I used to use that song to try to pick up chicks in bars in the 70s and 80s. But the song itself is not about aliens. It's biblical. Those lines are from Ezekiel chapter 1, verses 1 to 28. I thought that they were angels. Check it out. We all want to do that song just to sing those lines. No, this song is not about inexpensive prostitutes. This is about a girl who's sleeping with her high school principal to get good grades, and it's about a guy offering to help her out, maybe take the guy out, do something. So this is a pretty misogynistic band. They sing about fat chicks and phone numbers that are 36, 24, 36. But in this instance, they're sticking up for the girl's honor. I always thought Us and Them should be listened to together with Any Color, Brain Damage, and Eclipse. Very much like Beatles' Abbey Road Side 2. This is all of a piece. It's a fairly obvious anti-war song. Generals sat and the lines on the map moved from side to side. You get that? We get it. Best line of this song is at the end, though. For want of the price of tea and a slice, the old man died. For those of you who don't know, it's a pretty famous story. McCartney wrote this song in 1970. Probably wrote it during the Beatles' breakup or just after. He took it pretty hard. And it's a tribute to his wife, Linda, so she helped him through it so much. My wife, Donna, has been asking me to write a song to her for some time. If she knew that my songwriting skills were as feeble as they are, she'd stop asking. But the reality is, playing other people's music is probably a slightly better tribute. Most of Led Zepp's lyrics are opaque, throwaway, drug-induced, but this song not. It's about materiality. It's about a woman whose focus in life is on the material, the aesthetic, and the question raised is, where does that lead you in eternity? Well, I hope you enjoyed our lyrical journey. I'll do another one soon, focused on something slightly different, and I hope everybody stays safe and stays sane.